here we are back in Blender now. When we looked at it in Train Sim, I felt that the front wasn't very angular. Now, looking at the older versions of the 307, they look quite angular compared to the more modern ones. I don't think they necessarily altered them, but the more modern ones that had a yellow front rather than a green front, and I think the yellow made it look less angular. So I'm going to make it a bit more angular than it is. It's 2 degrees. I'm going to make it 5 degrees swept back about 5 degrees. So let me turn this mesh off. I'm going back to the original one, which has got all the modifiers on it still. Let me, yep. Now, first up, let me find the front angle measure. There it is. That's it. Select that, and let's just make that 5 degrees because we want to line up these vertices on that. So top view, yep, and let's have a look here. So X-ray mode, wireframe mode, and let's go edit mode, vertex, and just deselect, Alt A, there we go, and B, just select these ones, there they are. Just always worthwhile just having a look to make sure you've selected the right ones. Yep, that's fine then. Okay, and so what we want here is just rotate -3. It was already 2, so that makes -5. Let's press enter and grab YY, and there we go, line it up on that line, and that should be it. So let me go back to the front angle measure, turn that off. We're going to have to do something with the bottom there, just hide that that gap, but I'm not sure actually that it was hidden. I'll have to have a look carefully on the photographs just to see. And let's go to normal mode, and there we go. So that's fine, but it still doesn't seem as pronounced as I would like. So I think what I'll do is let me select it again. Now let me just go face on, go into face mode there, deselect, C, press C, and select these faces there. Now I'm going to put a crease on it. I don't know whether I'd need a crease, to be honest, but I'll put a crease on, and let's shade this part flat. There we go. And now let's come out of that, and straight away I can see it looks far more angular now. So these look far more swept back with this face flattened rather than shaded smooth. So that's fine. There we go. That looks much better. Okay then, now let's go into, yeah, it does look much better now. With that, you can see that they are clearly angled back. Okay, so that's fine. Now we said about doing the doors. There we go. That's the cab doors. There they are. Now I did say in the last one, if you want to, I think it was in the last one, you can always go object, convert to mesh, and that will apply all the modifiers. You can do it that way. That's the way traditionally with 2.79 and that, but obviously the later ones you can just apply all. Okay, so we can just click that and all the modifiers have been applied. So now we've just got doors. Okay, we haven't got a vehicle that's had the doors cut out. These are now doors. Right, okay, so let's have a look what we got here. Right, two things here. Let me now come side on. Okay, edit mode, deselect, and again select C, make sure you've not got X-ray on, and just select the door faces like that. Okay, there we go. Now come out of that tool and come to front on side, so it's 1, and we'll go E 0.003, I think. There we go. Now what we've done there is just pulled the face of the doors forward slightly. Now you may think, oh, perhaps 3 is a bit too much. You can experiment with that to see what you think looks best. Okay, but that way, let me go, let me check. I've got cycles renderer, and let's just render that now. And in the render, hopefully you can now distinguish the frame of the door. Otherwise, if it's exactly matched the way it was, you won't be able to see the doors in normal circumstances. So you can do it. You don't have to do it that way. You know, there's all sorts of ways. You know, you could perhaps put like an inner sill, but you must make a sill because you don't want to see through these doors when you're in the carriage. But you could make a little inner sill that was a bit bigger and shrink the outside of the door, whatever way you do it. But I'm going to do it that way, that now you can see there's a door there, and it doesn't jut out too much. Okay, then let's have a look at this side, and let's select the doors here, and again we'll go 3, or rather control 3, edit mode, deselect, C. Let me select all these. Make sure you're not in X-ray mode because you don't want to go all the way through. 1, there we go, and same again, so it's E 0.003. There we go, and it's just pulled them out a bit, so now they just stand proud, and you can see that there are doors there. Okay, so that's it then. Let's have a look. Trouble is, all the doors are connected. So top view, let me get rid of the vehicle for the moment and just have a look at the doors. So what do we want to do? Right, okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to attempt this all at once. Oh, only not like that. Let me undo. Let me deselect it. I need to go into edit mode. Let me go. Where am I? Oh, I need to make sure I've got there. No, it's these ones, isn't it? Yeah. Okay, edit mode, select all. Okay, now I've certainly done it with one side. I don't know if it will do both sides at the same time. I'm hoping it will. So what you do, just select it all. Okay, and you just go up here, and sorry, where am I going? I don't want that. You go to mesh. You're going to separate now, but you want to separate by loose parts. Okay, this one at the bottom, and if I click on that, there we go. Hopefully you will see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, all individual doors. So now let's come out of there. These are all individual doors. So that's an easy way, hopefully, of separating it. It's just that one, mesh and separate by loose parts. Okay, because they're all separate, all the doors are all they're not joined together, so it will separate. So there you go, you've got all your doors now as individual doors. So now the next thing we want to do is to alter the we haven't done the cab ones there, but we now need to alter the origin so that they open on their axis and not in the middle, because at the moment they will open in the middle. So let's do that next. Now we've created individual meshes of the doors. They're all individual now. So now is the time when we want to make them open and close. So what we need to do is, if I show you on this first one, I'll click on that and I'm going to rotate it around the Z axis, which is the correct axis to rotate it, but you can see it is completely wrong. Okay, that is because the origin of the door is over here. The origin actually wants to be on this leading edge of the door here. The hinges are on the outside of the door, so that's where the origin wants to be. It wants to rotate around that edge. Okay, so how do we do that? Well, we've got to do 18 doors, so let's try and make it as easy for ourselves as we can. And if you go up to this one marked options up here and go to transform, affect only origins, and there is our origin. So if we go on to our move tool there, and then let's go snap, and we'll select the edge as being the snap point. So what you want to do is just roughly just place it there, just select the door, grab and place like that. Okay, once you've done that, just go in a bit closer, make sure you've got it on the right edge. Okay, like that. Okay, then come side view, and you can be more precise then. So come side view. Now the middle of the door is roughly on the third line up here on the grid, so it's 1, 2, 3, so it's up here. So if I hold the control down and grab the Z arrow there and just move it up, there we go, that's the middle of the door. Same with this one, control, move it up to the third one up, that's the middle of the door. Okay, so now I can simply rotate, and it's rotating around the correct axis. Okay, now I want to do the other side as well. So if I now go 3, there we go, and I go control 3, now I've turned it around, but unfortunately we haven't got a plan on this side. So take the snapping off, make sure you take the snapping off because it will move anything that we grab. And let's go to this side view plan and let's just duplicate it. So shift and D, yep, it's gone white, we've duplicated it. Okay, and just click this one, either both or just back, there we go. And so now it's swapped it round, and we can see the doors are all lined up with a plan this way round. So you can change this to perhaps rev or something like that, however you, maybe left or right, whatever you want to do. Okay, so that's the case then. We've started with these two. Let me go back to my snapping. We've started with that one and that one, so I'm going to go round, do all of the doors, and then I shall do them in double quick time, and I shall see you once I've done them. So there we have it. We've altered the origins now, we've put them in the right place, right the way down there. So now we should rotate, and yes, we're rotating correctly there. Okay, now again, to save us time, all these doors are going to open at once, so rather than animate them separately, let's try and do a way where it's easier for us. Now the best way of doing that is if we select the second door here, and then I'm just going to come here and put a constraint on it. So add object constraint and copy rotation. Okay, now it says target, so if we make this target this first door, okay, so let's go door, oh, let me do that again, door, and we want door number 9, that is. there we go, that one's number 9. So if I click on that door and rotate that door, you see the one I added the constraint on also rotates, so that makes it much easier. Now we could go through and do that with all of them, but there's an even simpler way than doing that, because if we go to our preferences, and I've just selected enabled add-ons here because you'll need to select this add-on, and what it is, it's this one marked interface copy attributes menu. You want to look out for that one. So it's copy attributes. If you just type up here copy attributes, it will come up, and it probably won't be ticked unless you've used it before. So just tick it, okay, and that way we can copy the attributes of that first door. So let me go back here. Now the attributes are on there, the copy rotation. So if we leave that one till last and just select all these, so let me just select those, you'll see it come up here, so you'll know which is the last door, the one that you want to copy the attributes from. It's that one. Okay, so that's the last one. So all we do then is Control C, we bring up a menu now, a copy menu, and there we go, copy object constraints. That's the one we want. So copy object constraints, and if we now look at them, they've all got this copy rotation. So now let's go to our first door and turn it, and there all our doors open as well. Okay, so the simple thing now to animate is simply to animate this first door, and all the others will follow. So let me now put that back to 0, and again we just need to do the same on this side. So object constraint, copy rotation, and we need to find out what door this is, and I think that one is just marked DTS doors. Perhaps you want to rename these, but I won't do it now. So we want DTS doors, it's that one. Okay, and it's copying the rotation from there, just yep, okay, there we go, and again 0 that, and we just select all of these. There we go, last one is that one. Control C and copy object constraints, and there we have it. Same thing now, we can open all of those doors. Okay, so that said, let me come down and just find where it is here. That's the bogey, there's the DTS, so it's this one here. Let me just switch that on, there we go, and now let's just, there we go, doors are opening when we get into the station, the doors will open. But now we're going to have to put hinges on there, but at least we've got them all opening as we want them. Okay, so there we go, get to the station, the doors open. So that's it. So now we're going to have to model hinges, and we'll do that once we've got the hinges all set. Then we can possibly take it back into Train Sim, and let's try out the doors opening. I'll show you how to do that. So that's where we're going next.